Of course, Team Explorers, every other Saturday we step out of the ordinary to bring you the extraordinary when it comes to adventure. And today is no other different because exploring Ubuntu Creative Village is quite the adventure. So Team Explorers, this is the place of choice this week, and I want you to see how much the rustic charm of this place, the warmness and everything that has to offer cuts for what a great hotspot it is for us to explore today. So myself, Eustace Agete, and you are ready to explore this place because I'm already very ready. So let's do it. All smiles here, Team Explorers, because this is what good adventure brings to your face, to your heart, and to everything. And we are joined by one and only Ellie, the owner and founder of the place that we're exploring today. And he's equally smiling. I just want to know, is this how you smile every other time whenever you're here?
No, not always.
Okay.
But when you have amazing guests on set, you can't help but smile.
I see. That you're talking to us, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, such a warm welcome over this place.
Karibuni sana Ubuntu, and hopefully you make it a first of many.
Thank you. For sure we shall, because
Yes.
I mean, this is what adventure tickles our fancy.
Yes,
so if it matches up to our energy, granted.
And you know, I always watch Hotspots, so I really always enjoy. So I've known you before I knew you, and that's amazing. So finally you're here at Ubuntu Creative Village, and that's very exciting.
Wonderful.
Karibuni.
I take that as a compliment. And we equally could not wait to land here and to show our viewers what we mean by redefining fun, adventure, play, and everything that makes life fun and exciting.
Yes, and it wasn't always like that, Yusta. This was a very arid space, full of thorns, full of dust, full of sun, everything Kajiado offers. But slowly we are transforming this place from that to a Canaan on an oasis in an arid space, and we're working on it every day. Yeah.
Like it. Now that you've actually even started telling us the history of this place, I understand that you acquired the land from your father right back when you were in high school, high school years.
Yes.
And then here you are today.
Yes. So this was a gift from my father in my high school days. So I already knew where he had gifted me.
Yeah.
And I always wondered what good can come out of Nazareth.
Okay.
For those of us who read the good book. But as I grew older, I started envisioning a space that is vibrant, that welcomes the community, and that's impactful to many who visit it. And that's how the idea of Ubuntu Creative Village was born. Yes, and we've been working on it, tree after tree. So every time I visit here, including today, I always carry trees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I always bring with me trees. And the last head count of trees, we were at about 26,000. Trees and fruits and flowers. Now we are moving towards 40,000.
Oh, I like it. Two things that you've mentioned there, of course, trees and how the place came to being. I want us to flesh it a bit. When it comes to trees, I understand you started planting trees first before you actually put up the structure, including indigenous trees, the Brazilian indigenous trees, and what have you. That you wanted to have the inspiration of exactly what structures you're going to put after the trees, or what was in your mind? So
in my mind, I set out the spaces for the structures first by demarcating with planting trees on either side.
Because you actually even did not involve an architecture, you did it yourself.
Yes, I do everything myself.
Yeah.
I supervise my constructions. That way I get to save money because I grew up with an engineer as a father. So growing up, we always did some chores together. And so I've picked up 1, 2, 3 things in construction that helps me when it comes to construction.
Wonderful. So this is one of the hotspots that besides just coming here to unwind, you equally get to learn something about trees. Should that be something of interest to you? I mean, considering coming with family or children, I mean, I would want to learn more about the trees. Now, coming back to the structures, in as much as you have so many trees, the structure in itself is built up of glass.
Yes.
Were you not afraid that, first of all, security reasons, second of all, trees surrounding glass, and then you have to again mix it up with contemporary art?
So 3 things guide me when I'm constructing, and one of them is not fear. So I know a lot of us construct from a point of what happens if, I don't do that. So I love light. So whenever I'm constructing, I'm looking at light. Where does the sun rise? Where does it set? How much light can I get in to all my spaces? In fact, if I had a way, I wouldn't have a single stone. I will allow light to come in. The next thing I look at is green, trees. So indoor plants and outdoor plants, and then surrounding the house. So there is the issue of trees, green. There's the issue of light, and then I love art. So I always want a lot of light and art, you know, to find a way. And light, again, you see, plays well with the art. Okay, so when you look at green, you look at light, and then you look at art.
I would
and you
say
combine that.
all those factors truly pass for a hotspot, because we all know, considering the fact that you all actually watched the show, places like such that are beyond rigorous activities perhaps equally bring forth a good kind of adventure. Now, I want to take you to the activities that people get to indulge in when they visit here. Yeah, including your ice cold bath.
Ice bath, yes.
Yes.
You should try that, by the way.
Well, it's sunny here, so
you should
I
try
think
that,
that's a good pick.
Yeah, we should try that. So when you're here, we're looking at peace, tranquility, serenity, mental wellness. We're looking at this as a space, but also as therapy. So we hope that when our guests come here, families, or whether it's a group of young people, and you found yourselves together and you come here, you not only come to unwind, but you come to give your soul, your mind, and your body the much needed rest. Yes. So when you get here, we have physical activity spaces. So you could either do basketball, you could do cycling. We are putting up a gym, by the way, so that should be ready in the next month or so. There's always something happening here. And then we look at swimming also as part of an activity. And then we have the wellness part. So we have the ice bath, we have the hot tub, jacuzzi, sauna, steam room, Moroccan bath, and finalizing mud baths. Yeah, so the idea is that you have a wide menu and you then pick and choose what works for you. So we also have gardening for those who like to enjoy farming and learning. So we have some goats here, we have some rabbits, ducks.
You get all your meat from the farm also?
Yes, we are trying to move towards 90% fully farm to fork.
And on the space of recreation, you also allow people to come with their games?
Yes, we do allow people to come with their board games. We do have some, but we do allow people to come with their board games. You see, the idea of this game is about learning African countries. Still the Ubuntu theme. All these are African countries. Like I think that's the flag of Morocco, the flag of Tanzania, our neighbor. So they're each in twos. All right. So if you were to pick Kenya and you pick another Kenya, that's a win. So you first flip them and shuffle them, and then you start picking one by one.
I like the mind game in it.
Yeah, finally.
Finally, guys, this is how we tell us on the comment section which country this is and a fun fact that you know about this country. We'll be glad to engage you.
We have a library for the mind. You can come and read. We have some art space where we are currently, where you can come and sip and paint and get your kids to learn some art. We also have some music instruments.
Picking up from what Ellie has said, you know, building your body, soul, and mind, I just want to ask you a personal question. How traveled are you?
All right. So in terms of continents, I think I've done 4. Asia, Europe, of course I love Africa, it's my favorite. And then a little of America.
Oh, wonderful. Speaking of Africa, you know, let's bring adventure home. Where can you put Kenya on the map when it comes to either places where we have to go and explore, or just as people being adventurous?
I think Kenyans are very, very hospitable people. And that's not from me. That's you know, from the general feel.
Yeah.
People who are very well traveled, they rate Kenya very, very highly. We are very, very friendly people. No shade to West Africa, but West Africa can't match the warmth of East Africa. The Ubuntu spirit is that South African word that encourages people to work together, not I, the spirit of selfishness and I. So the Ubuntu is the antithesis of I,
Okay.
the selfish. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Now that it's a we thing,
Yeah.
people always come here, and one would wonder how far is it from the city or from the nearest town?
Okay, so this is 24 kilometers from Nairobi, and from Rongai, it's about 8 to 9 kilometers. The last 3 kilometers are quite patchy and rocky, but that's part of the adventure.
Yes.
That's
So
part of
if
we are
you
paying taxes. We are hoping at some point
the
we
roads
get to
will be
yeah,
fixed,
yeah,
but
yeah.
as you say, it's part of the adventure, because truly you really have to go and search and pursue these amazing places. So we go far and beyond. We're just about to wind up part 1 of this show, but as we go off and join us shortly in the part 2, I want to ask a question. If I want to hire this place for any events or for a staycation for that matter, how do I go about it?
Okay, so we have a space for events, intimate small weddings, Afrofusion music, art and comedy, or art events.
Yeah.
So we have a space for that, and that depends on so many factors. But when it comes to the farmhouse, so we charge 25,000 per night during the weekday, and it's a 4-bedroom farmhouse.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And they say when the evening catches you here, of course, you get to enjoy a really great bonfire adventure. That is for you to figure out. Just stick around.
And
See
an
you on
outdoor
part 2
movie,
and an
yeah.
outdoor movie.
At night, yes.
Quite the adventure there. And that brings us to our short commercial break. See you shortly after this. Welcome back to the show. This is Hotspot here on KTN with me, Eustace Egete. And again, welcome back to the inside of Ubuntu village, Ubuntu Creative Farm, right? Yeah. The interior looks and feels so nice, Ellie.
Yeah.
Where are you getting all these decorative pieces from? Right from the entry, because I could not help but spot the guitar, my dear friend.
The table. Yes.
Can I play it?
Yeah, it's aesthetic, but we have real guitars.
Okay.
So if you needed a real guitar, I can provide.
I would.
Do you want one as we continue with? Do you play?
I play. My fingers can do something. I mean the guitar, or I can cook or something of the sort. But don't put me to task yet. Yeah. Because I still want us to talk about these guitars that I'm seeing around here, right? From the entry to what is right ahead of us, you know, flowing through the entire ceiling. Yes.
So these pieces are very personal to me. This is a shout out to the diversity that is Africa, not just Kenya. So a lot of these art pieces, some are from Malawi, the name Ubuntu is from South Africa, the guitar and the drums and all that.
Very diverse.
Yes, very diverse. Yeah.
Okay. And you touched on something, food. When your guests come over, of course you have a kitchen. Yeah. Do I necessarily have to go buy your menu, or I can bring my own food and, you know, throw it down?
So our chef is amazing. Chef Omalo is amazing. Yes. So I propose you don't belabor yourself. Okay. But if you must, we will indulge you. But don't regret when you get here and they can throw an amazing pizza or fish. So we would like for you to really sit back, enjoy and relax. But if you must, the kitchen is available.
So be it.
But we hope that our guests come and just put their feet up.
I agree. And now that you're talking about food, I think this will be the right place or in line for me to give a special shout out to the producer of this show, Madam Zaitun Ali. It's her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
Happy
Ellie,
birthday, Zaitun. Yeah.
we wish her the best.
Yes.
And of course, we are here courtesy of her and an amazing team that puts this together. But today, particularly, Ellie, we are wishing her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zaitun. And I don't know, here, whenever we have birthdays, we have a pool, we throw people in. We look at her later. If she has no makeup on, we'll throw her in.
Makeup or no makeup, it is her day and she's out here to adventure, guys. Even you mkienda huko nje shwali na mtu akona birthday. Unaduma what? You throw them into the water.
I think we have to.
It adds up to the thrill.
Yes. I'll get my staff, we sing happy birthday for her, and then we get her to the pool.
And that is how exactly
or
it
the
goes
ice
down.
Bath.
Or the ice bath.
Yes.
I see how you hold your events here at Ubuntu. So we digress because we had to give a special shout out to Zaitun Ali. May your new year and may your new season be as eventful as you wish it to be. Back to the food, Ellie.
No, before you finish that she's here on her birthday as Ubuntu family. We will also really like to, we enjoy the hotspot, we watch it, and she does an amazing job to produce the show. So from I and the Ubuntu family, we would like to wish Zaitun Ali a happy birthday and more seasons ahead to come.
Wonderful, wonderful. Indeed, guys, this is such a special show to us. And we are delighted that you're still tuned in up to this point because hatujamaliza ku-explore. I want to take Ellie back to the story. We're talking about food. Definitely, we'll get a chance to talk to the chef. But what kind of guests do you hold here, by the way?
So here, we're very diverse again. We've hosted schools for camps. We've hosted families. We've hosted churches. We've hosted Bash ya Kubash.
Oh, wow.
So this space is versatile. Come here and make it your space. You know, if you want to hold a worship service, if you want to hold a birthday party, if you want to hold something under the mini forest, if you want to hold a pool party, we are a versatile space. We fit different personalities and we fit different pockets. We're very affordable.
Thank you so much. It is important to note, but Ellie, I know we really cannot exhaust this story when you're talking about Ubuntu because this is quite the hotspot, guys. Remember, on this show, we never miss. I want you to release me to go have a chat with the chef and then later on talk to some of the guests that we have seen are here. Well, here we are on the outside. Huku kwako kuna nukia. Is it because of the food?
Yes. Here we are blending culinary artistry with a community spirit to create unforgettable flavors. So mostly they are customized, but we do not veer off the accepted standards of every recipe. So.
We like the sound of that, Bwana Chef. And our time here to talk about the experience imeenda kidogo kwa sababu we see you also have guests around that we want to interact with, and rest assured they have tasted what your magical hands have done.
They have.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. So right about now, Team Explorers, let's go and have a chat with some of the guests that we met around here at Ubuntu. High five, young man. How are you?
I'm good.
What do you like most about Ubuntu? We saw you swimming earlier on.
I like the dogs.
You like the dogs. And then what else?
I like the swimming pool. I like the house. I like the bicycles also.
Did you get a chance to play basketball?
Yeah. I also like football.
You do, and you get to play it here at Ubuntu.
Yeah.
How often do you come here?
I come here every weekend.
Of all the different countries you visited in Africa, which one in particular would you maybe consider rating top 3?
So I would definitely count Kenya into the top 3.
Oh, really?
I've been here multiple times and stayed here, I would say, for all about like 2 years already.
Okay.
And then South Africa is also very beautiful. There's beautiful nature, nice people.
Yeah.
And then Namibia, because we made like a very nice road trip from Cape Town to all the way to the coastal city Swakopmund. Very beautiful country.
And you know what? I agree with you. Those places you've picked, they are quite the hotspot. But in Kenya, which other places have you visited?
In Kenya, I've been to the coast,
Okay.
Kilifi, Malindi, Mombasa. So basically try to pick on every city here. But I also been to the Masai Mara, the main touristy things. But I would say what's very beautiful here, what I would recommend for everybody to come to is like the Hell's Gate is very beautiful as a tourist.
I like that.
Yeah.
You've crossed borders to come over to Kenya. Just
True.
like the other explorer, you're equally from Germany?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I was documenting my journey through the African content on my social media, and every time my audience asks me about beautiful places to stay, and I love to highlight places that are locally owned, and I have a big passion for farms because I come from a family of farmers.
Okay.
And so I discovered this place online, contacted the owner to also promote this place because I really love the idea of Ubuntu, the philosophy. And yeah, that's how I ended up here, and I love it. It's even above my expectations.
Ooh.
I would love that people discover and have overcome their fear and doubt to visit Africa. Because this continent has so much to offer, is so beautiful, and they shouldn't listen to what the Western media says. Me, myself, when I first came to Kenya, I was really surprised not only how beautiful the country is, I mean, it's known, but also how developed it is. And just listen to your gut feeling. Don't listen to people who try to
Make you think otherwise.
Yes,
I like
make your
it.
own experiences.
And that, Team Explorers, brings us to the end of this epic show today here on KTN. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we say see you next time, same place, same time, with me, Eustace Segete. But in the meantime, remember to follow us across all our social media platforms and KTN, and of course, we will be glad to engage you. See you next Saturday for more adventure.